Hootsuite. Yeah. So Hootsuite is a web you using your Instagram login, your Facebook login, and your YouTube login. You can then post on Hootsuite, for example. Let's say to all the other platforms. So the same it'll ask you Flickr, it'll ask you Facebook, so you can distribute it to the other platforms. So that's what Hootsuite does. There's pros and cons to that though. For Hootsuite, for example, I wanted to post a video, and it was going to go to YouTube, and it was going to go to, Facebook, and it was going to go to Instagram. But the different, whether it be the video I wanted to post too long for Instagram. So I wanted to use Hootsuite to post across to distribute across the different platforms, but I couldn't. So I still had to individually go to different platforms. So it'd be the ones like Crowdfire and Social Blue Book and GabStats. Your Facebook have their own analytics platform anyway now, and it's better than these ones because it's live. Next one, please. Let's use some psychology and science in the marketing as well. Again, we're creatures in nature. So the science in terms of attracting people to your brand is, I'd say, is simple. It seems confusing now, but it takes time to get to know what you can do. But there are ways.
I just wanted to quickly go back to Hootsuite and Crowdfire. So these are the platforms to schedule posts.
Analytics platform. So you can see your followers. You can see who just unfollowed you, for example. You can see, yes, just an analytics platform. GabStats is the same as Social Blue Book. Social Blue Book can actually be used to give you so if you wanted to do how much you could charge for a post, for example. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea. So it can tailor in your engagement. It tailors in your followers, and then you can use that to. It uses that to then have an idea of how much you can charge for if someone wanted to do a. So the science. Does anyone know what dopamine is? Dopamine is a chemical. Dopamine is a chemical that's released when we're experiencing pleasure. Sex, food, games, gambling when you're winning. So it's released in our tells us that we're enjoying ourselves. That's the chemical you get. You can create that on Facebook, on social media as well. Again, I'll describe briefly, otherwise we'll be here for a long time. Naturally, as creatures, we like to know what's going to come ahead. We don't want to be caught off guard. As I said, with disruptive marketing, when I did the Snapchat earlier on, your brain doesn't like that. That's why it kind of does this phrase, it's like, what's going on? It just likes to have just carry that easier. So for example, when you're posting, YouTubers do this a lot. And you see this on conventional TV. How many of you watch EastEnders, for example? And you know the times it comes on, right? Patterns. So you kind of schedule it into your day. When you're at work, you think, I need to be home by this time because it'll be on at this time. They're using patterns. That's what TV is. So whenever your favorite show's on, you always know what time and what days it's going to be on. Again, using patterns. Use some surprises as well. So this almost contradicts the one just before. But then surprises, again, trigger that dopamine. So if you run contests, for example, you have a car showroom, you can just, let's say a customer just bought a car. When you have it, that's why when you go in showrooms, they'll have them covered up. Because it's like a surprise. It makes you feel better about the situation. You've already bought the car, but it makes you feel a bit better about yourself. It's like revealing it to you. You'd be surprised how much of this... beauty. We always like beauty. Flowers, people... Food is described as beautiful as well. So use beauty in your posts, pictures and videos as well. Novelty, new things. People are always excited when they buy new phones, TVs, game cars, name it. It's, again, that dopamine trigger because we want to have that new feeling again. And actually, an example on how you can use novelty, McDonald's, they do this. Who's noticed every time there's a different season, there'll be a summer burger. They always have these effect because it makes those who do go to McDonald's keep new thing is novelty. Now, cognitive biases. These were set up by a guy called Charlie Munger. He was the world, and he created these, saying that they are how. So association bias, social proof, likability bias, curiosity bias. When you use them all together, you create the Lollapalooza effect. Association bias is, if I have a friend of mine and he goes to English restaurant, he then posts it onto his, it's like word of mouth. He then posts it on his platform. I'm more likely to go to the same restaurant when I want to look for somewhere to go, simply because I've seen my friend do it. That's association bias. So the way you can do that, let's say you have a restaurant business. When customers have come in, they've had a good time, ask them if they'd like to have a picture with you, and ask them if they wouldn't mind you. Other people using your business. So that's social proof. How many of you have walked to a restaurant and before you've gone in, you've seen the place is empty? And someone said to yourself, is there something wrong? Social proof, when you go there and it's packed, be good here. So there's social proof. Likability bias and curiosity bias. People are always curious, first of all. There's always, how many of you spend scrolling? It's not going to help. It may not help you in life. It may not be anything to do with what you're trying to do. Curiosity bias.
So are you saying that when you're posting, it should have a mixture of all these different elements?
Yes, because when you do them all together, you create the Lollapalooza effect. That's when a group of things are working together to reach the same goal. Yeah? Any questions so far? Yeah. So,
I'm a professional psychologist, right? You use with your age group, they usually use direct marketing, visible organization from organization, as you know, but also those people, as she was saying before, they've got children, they've got relatives that go on social media, and also TV. TV uses a lot of social media, to sort of drive their market to different platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So that's how it works. So maybe with your target group, psychologically, you need to use direct marketing. Leaflets, yeah, that's how it's going to help. So it depends on the market that you're targeting.
So I'm just raising that to show that it's not one size fits all.
no, yes, definitely. We actually spoke about that just a few minutes ago, just before you came in. So yes, a good question. So some businesses, leaflets may still be beneficial to you because some of the older generation are used to this. The older generation won't be on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, for example, looking to spend money. Some of them will still rely on hard, cold marketing. You may not have to spend all your time on social media and spend all your marketing funds on social media. Those will be the customers because this generation is growing up on social media. So you need to have a strong foothold in social media. So my services, later on this year, I'll be launching a small project with a friend of mine to do exactly this, to help use social media effectively. There are some social media companies starting up now. Trouble is, they do almost nothing. And you just be spending money something you could actually just hire a young college kid to do, and you can give them money, and they can do it for you. Because there's Giraffe Social Media, there's Yogurt Top Media. Sorry? Oh. So yeah, and of course, if you do that, it's probably going to be relative friends, because of course, if you have them on the payroll, and so it depends how you want to do it. So with my service, you can't see tomorrow to send this presentation to all of you on your emails, so you can have a closer look at it. And again, my contact details will be at the end, and then you can shoot some questions to me for the platform, for the services, if you've got anything you want to know. I'll just quickly go through it though. So quickly on the top. So the top, the silver, you'll have management of the 3 platforms, Facebook. And the reason why I specify on those 3 platforms, Twitter, for example, that much there. So use Twitter. If you have news or ongoing feedback you need to give to, or information you need to give to customers, yes, use it. Some of you don't have to be using it. So again, it can actually do you a hindrance. So you spending on close that account. Again, not many people go on they don't. People go to eBay, Gumtree, not.
But isn't it best to get one customer from a platform rather than not having that platform at all?
Yes, but if you have someone who can manage 5 platforms and use them effectively, yes. But again, from a car dealership perspective, for example, yes, it'd be better for them to be on somewhere like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, because they can do advertorial kind of videos. Models, if they're releasing new finance information, that kind of thing. If they're releasing new rules that customers would benefit from. So for example, earlier this year, there was some FCA rules that came in. So like, if anything goes on, I believe it's 3 months, you can actually just give that car back, and they can give you all your money back, or they can give you a replacement vehicle. So that kind of information that you might want to know. Sorry?
I think I might be interested.
No, it's already running. It's already running. This 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, so if you buy a new car, anything goes wrong with it, if they can't, and they still can't fix it, you can actually just ask for all your money back or a replacement vehicle. And I've actually got a friend of mine doing that exactly right now. Sorry?
The tweet will only go to your followers only.
Followers, but you've got SEOs on there as well. You've got hashtags. Yeah. So again, this is how it can do you a hindrance. They may not be searching the hashtag finance quotes. Do you see? So again, that's why I say spend your time on the other platforms, because they'll help your business better than until you've got time to effectively use different platforms. Then on the right hand side, the icon at the top is we do a creation of advertising and distribute it to different platforms. So in the top fee, so the silver package will be $997 a month. That's advertising funds as well. Now these businesses that are running 500,000, not many businesses below that have the funds to pay for these kind of services. But Tamar's got the workshops that will be starting up next month, I think she said. So I'll talk to her and I'll see if I can turn up to one of those and see if I can do some deeper understanding of some of this, because I'm kind of running through it and it doesn't all make sense right now. Yeah. Then underneath you've got the gold. The manager supply us the content. We distribute it properly, and we've tried to accomplish. We can make a bespoke package. Underneath that, you've got content creation. So business, we'll create the content. So we've got film crew, picture, cameras, that kind of thing. We'll create the content for you and do the above section as well. Then in the middle, your funds for your advertising will also increase. So again, better reach. Analytics for you online and on Google as well. So those who don't know how to use Google Analytics properly, then underneath you've got bespoke match so some business might want to do this in-house. You may not want an external platforms. So then we can come in and then teach someone how to do whatever it is you need to do. So depending on the level of expertise you need it to be at. And then in the middle at the bottom, we'd create packages. So if you haven't actually, platforms, if you haven't created them for you. So all the different platforms that you'd need, we can create them for you and run them for a month. And that'll be the same price as the top one, the 997. And the right-hand side at the bottom, you can see learn everything I know and how to do it all yourself. So we would have like a few days together for you to be able to learn everything. It won't be like an hour or 2 hours. And that's 2,997. That is for one-to-one. If we do a group, if we go to press next. Yeah, so these are monthly fees. As I said, so the £500,000 revenues or above. This year, I will be looking to take on at least one, maybe two that are running lower or earning lower than £500,000 revenue a year. Just so that's my giving back.
So does that mean that we're privileged or blessed to have you present tonight because we're not earning that amount?
I'd say this. I'd say social media is very dynamic. Today, in this room, I know a lot. When I talk to a few friends, I know nothing compared to what they know. But they're taking courses, I'm doing workshops, so I'm doing what you guys are doing, but they're earning millions. They're on millions. And then give that back to you guys, and hopefully it can help you as well.
So basically, guys, close your business, go to social media.
So what you'd get is, at the beginning, obviously I'm not going to ask you for money straight away. You get a free business audit. So we'd actually look at your business and see how we can improve. I'd actually give you for free. It'll be brief, but that alone can actually help. You can take that. There's no, I'd say, you don't have to feel obliged to take on my business services later on. However, because I don't do an event like this, everyone messages me at the same time. I can't do everyone's at the same time to get through everyone's.
How long is the audit?
It's brief, so it could take me a day. So if you contact me today, by the next day, 24 hours, I can get it to you.
Oh, okay. So written audit as opposed to
Yes.
verbal.
Yes, so it'll be a written audit, but then we then speak about it, so I can actually explain everything to you and what it can do for your business. Yeah. And there's a refund policy. Wouldn't it be good if university had refunds? If you can graduate after 3 years, if you don't get the career you want to get into after another 3 years, you can have all your money back. That's what I do. So I'll give you a refund. Apart from the advertising funds, if we've then gone on to some of the packages, obviously because the advertising has already been spent, the management fees you get back. If you don't have money. Okay. Next one. As I said, I may be able to go to one, possibly two clients this year that earn below 500,000. And this is a list of what you need to learn. I'll run through it quickly because I'm cut for time. SEO strategy for 3 platforms and Google Analytics. You learn a deep understanding of analytics and target your audience accordingly. How to create your artwork for your purposeful ads. How to grow your social proof. How to increase sales using various sales strategies. How to generate professional appearance online, and the list goes on. But yeah, it's again, if you don't feel like you got the content you needed or it can help your business, you get a refund. Yeah? We'll go to the next one. So the free audit for in the next few days though. All you have to do, follow me on my personal account on Instagram and Facebook, take a picture of me tonight at any point, post it on your, and then tomorrow by 7 p.m. So you take, so you take at any point, post it on your platform anytime before tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll then yeah. Also, if you have Facebook and Instagram, if you like me on both and you tag me on both, you've got double chance of winning. If you only have one, I'm going to choose one winner from each. So there'll be 2 winners. Yeah?
So our beautiful speaker want you to take pictures with him.
We'll go to the next one. So that's my contact details. Mobile number. No messages too late and no spammy. You know the ones that people send when they're pictures and videos and it's like funny. Please don't send those. Thank you very much. Email. Instagram account, my Facebook account, and Snapchat. Snapchat, I usually use that for motivational speeches. I'm usually updating people on things that they can be helping themselves with in life. I've got a small... I also do foreign exchange trading. So I post pictures about finance and managing your money well and that kind of thing as well. I'm no CFO, but I know 1 or 2 little things. I think that's the last screen, I believe. That's the last screen. Thank you for having me. I hope it's been enjoyable as much as you generating good information that can help your business as well. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kevin. That was a skated in just under an hour. Wanted to check, I know we got the chance to ask questions. Were there any other questions? So some of us had said initially that looking to set up others. Others had said that they already had some social media platform and they were looking to grow. You've got sufficient information to help. Are there further questions that you need to ask, or will you be doing so during the networking time? Okay then. We'll have a 15-minute short break, grab some food, network amongst each other. Remember those top tips. In 15 minutes when the